You don't need balance, you need the right rhythms. Much like a heart where all four chambers work together, real success depends on four key rhythms working in harmony: relational, emotional, spiritual, and tangible. I'm your host, Kent Murawski, and welcome to the Rhythms of Rest Leadership Podcast, where we build rhythms for sustainable success, the kind that doesn't cost you your soul. Let's dive in. So, what's the problem that we're solving for on this podcast? Maybe you're crushing it professionally, but you're running a marathon at a sprint's pace. Or you can't remember the last time you took a real day off, let alone a vacation. Your marriage is struggling, your body's exhausted, your clarity's shot. You've tried work-life balance, and it made things worse. I get it. At age 27 years old, I had a fall down on the floor, nervous breakdown, and I've spent the last 20 years figuring out what actually works. No tips and tricks, just real rhythms. Here's what's actually possible when you put these rhythms to practice. Imagine having harmony at home and a thriving business at the same time. Imagine mental clarity instead of constant brain fog, strong relationships with your kids and your partner, actual hobbies that you enjoy again. You're physically energized instead of running on fumes, and your work feels meaningful. It feels not just productive, but purposeful. You laugh more, you handle setbacks without falling apart, and here's the kicker: you do better work with less time. That's what the right rhythms create: wholeness, not just productivity. Now, here's what you can expect from this podcast every other week. You can expect real frameworks and stories from my life and other high-capacity leaders who are actively building sustainable success. We're going deep on those four rhythms of rest: relational, the people who actually matter; emotional, your inner world you keep ignoring; spiritual, that's purpose beyond productivity, and that can be faith or a deep, robust philosophy of life; and then tangible, how you structure your actual life: the eat, the sleep, the exercise, the tangible outputs like work and finances. Every episode ends with a rhythms check. One thing you can do in the next 24 to 48 hours that will help you thrive in your work without sacrificing what matters most. Speaking of rhythms checks, here's your first one for this week. If you had to cut your work hours in half, what would you stop doing first? See, your answer reveals what you already know is an essential. Drop a comment on YouTube or tag me at Kent Murawski on Instagram. Find me on LinkedIn or Facebook as well. Tell me what you'd stop. I read every one. We're building these rhythms together. So just to give you a taste of what's coming in episode 1, we're going to be tackling the misconception, the number one misconception that high-capacity leaders have about rest. I'll give you a hint. It's not about doing nothing. That's actually terrible advice for people like us, that rest means doing nothing. I'm going to share Brandon's full story, how he went from 12 to 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, to 2 to 4 hours a day, 6 days a week. And it all began with one simple rhythm. You can keep pushing until something breaks, or you can learn to move differently. I'm Kent Murawski, and welcome to the Rhythms of Rest Leadership Podcast. I can't wait to meet you.